Hey, what's going on YouTube? Doing a video here on my cell phone because I'm currently not at my house, but I wanted to give you update regarding injuries. Dan Campbell just spoke to the media, talked about a couple things with these injuries. First, DJ Reader is going to be playing in this game on Sunday. He will be making his debut. We all pretty much believed it 99%, but it's now confirmed. Really excited to see what he can do with this defensive line, what he can do now and help out the interior. It's a great time for this to occur because it looks like Marcus Davenport, what I'm hearing is that he's probably not going to be playing in this game due to his ankle injury. So Davenport, who we signed in free agency, and one of the concerns is injuries, is already looking to be missing a game on Sunday, Week 2, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Lions have options, obviously. They're Joshua Pascal, James Houston. Maybe he'll get, if he can't go, maybe James Houston will suit up and can go as well. They put Levi Muzurike on the outside too. So there's options for the Lions there at the edge position. Penei Sewell has been dealing with an ankle. He's going to be playing from what I'm hearing. I know Dan Campbell said, we'll see what happens, how it goes, but Penei Sewell's adamant that he's going to play in this game. And do you expect Penei Sewell not to play in this game? I don't think anybody expects he wanted to play. So that's a good thing for the Lions offensive line. In this offense, you got to have Penei Sewell out there. You got to get this man to be on the field, and maybe it was a blessing in disguise to have a bye week this early. Coming up here, in 4 weeks already? We already got some players banged up, like a Penei Sewell, like a Marcus Davenport. If Futu Melfan was still dealing with that Achilles, I don't think he plays in the game. That's my feeling on this one. He was a big piece to the Lions' victory against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with his blitzes, but now with the defensive line, being much improved, getting off the man. If you've seen Levi Muzurike, how he got off the line, got through between the offensive linemen, it was quick for that partial sack. So if you could do that against the Buccaneers, whom PFF rated as the 17th best offensive line in football, and if they can do that there, it spells good news for the Lions. But Davenport is the issue right now. So that brings us into a whole conversation. We weren't too poo-pooey on what Davenport can bring to the defensive line, his ability, big body, right? Physical gifts. It was more of, can he stay healthy for 17 games? More if you're in the playoffs. And the sense is he's not going to play already in week 2 with an ankle issue. It makes you wonder on some things. Makes you wonder, can he, is this going to be a problem going forward? There is a player out there whom at some point they're going to have to trade, right? There's no way this player is going to be on the team the way that the team's operated for the New York Jets, and that's Haasan Reddick. He still ain't got paid over there. He ain't played. He ain't showed up for anything. At some point, they're going to have to trade him before the trade deadline. And here's the thing. The cost to getting him at that point would be nothing. They would be just wanting to get rid of this guy because he's been a nuisance for not coming into practice, because he wants to get paid. That's what he wants. He's a good player. I think he had 11 sacks. Haasan Reddick is a really good player, and I've liked his game for years. If Davenport can't, we got time before the trade deadline. But if we are having increasing issues with the injury front, we're supposed to be relying on this guy in the big games, supposed to be relying on this guy in the playoffs, and already dinged up. Could the Lions maybe make a move before the trade deadline? And I think that would be something they should look into. Maybe it would be like a 7th-round pick maybe at that point, because he's caused so much trouble. If he still doesn't show up by then, maybe they just at some point just release him. Who knows? But that's a situation that the Lions should look at. Because I know one team in the NFC North is probably looking at that, and that's the Chicago Bears, as they tried to upgrade their defensive line. So that could be something that the Lions look forward. If this issue continues with Marcus Davenport, can Davenport stay relatively healthy? Right now, he played in one game, and it's looked like he's missing potentially week 2 at this point with an ankle. It stinks, you know. You want to have him out there, but we do have. I feel like we have pretty good depth at that position for at least on Sunday, right? For a minimal amount of time lost, I think the Lions could handle it. But man, we need our guys to be healthy. The best ability is availability. We just saw what happened with Tua Tagovailoa. Consistently not sliding. Hits his head, another concussion. Another concussion. It just seems like there's some players that are injury prone and just can't get past it. It's tough. It's tough. So hopefully he can get past it, because we need Davenport to play. We need him to play at a high level, so we don't have to think about these other options of acquiring talent in this team. We want our players that we have to work out. That's what we want them to do. So, yeah. And I love also Dan Campbell spoke. They talked about Vita Vea being a talented big player, and then Dan Campbell goes, and we got big player too. We have a rag now. Just like the scene from Loki and Iron Man. Iron Man says, we have a Hulk. I thought that was kind of cool. And it's true. Vita Vea is a big guy, but we got a great offensive line. Best offensive line of football, in my opinion. And I think our offensive lineman's going to do their job. Open up those lanes, and he talked about running the football in this game, and we're going to make that a priority. And I love hearing when Dan Campbell spoke on that. Making the run game a priority in this game. Figure a way to run the football. We have a talented offensive line, a talented backfield. Let's get it rolling. I know they got a good defensive line, and good linebackers. Dean is no joke. So I want the Lions to get this thing going for this game. Excited for it and what they can do. But that is the injury front. That's what he spoke about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Adios.